Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Without Fear with me, your host, Rakia Carmona. I am sitting outside. It is a lovely day. I'm happy that you're here with me. Thank you for listening. Before we jump into it, feel free to subscribe, like the podcast, interact in whatever way your platform lets you. And before we jump into it today, I want to just kind of touch on the current events. I have to be honest. I don't follow news and stuff like as much as probably I got my air quotes up, the average person follows the news and stuff. It's just because when I look at the news and listen to the news and follow the news, it never fails. It somehow like makes me feel like I'm in a hopeless world, and it's not the vibe. So I don't follow current events as hard as most, but I do have a sort of general kind of sense of what's going on in the world. So what is going on right now? We are early June 2020, and this year has low-key been a shit show. We are, I guess, on the downhill part of this global pandemic with the coronavirus, which I'm not going to go there, people. Okay? Everything that can be said has been said. I'm not going there with the coronavirus. My feelings are point blank this with the whole global pandemic. There is really no point in being afraid of disease or death. That's like literally one of the most fundamental things of life, of nature. Like, some people are going to get sick, some people are going to die. But we are really, as a society, like afraid of death, and we feel like dying is a bad thing. And I get it. You love people. I love people. I have people I don't want to see go, but I do believe that we've just kind of really just dramatized things a lot. Would I feel this way if I had been affected by the virus? Yes, I still would feel the same way. Moving on. The second thing that is going on that's really a big deal right now is following the death of George Floyd, following the murder. Okay, let's say it right. Following the murder of George Floyd, our country is in a state of unrest. And quite frankly, I probably would have been better off talking about the coronavirus than talking about this, because to be honest with you, I'm ready for us to completely hit the reset button. I'm super extreme. I feel like our entire society should tear all this shit down, go back into the forest, and completely start over from primitive living and figure this shit out. Because we're living in a structure, in a system in which about 98% or over 90% of the people are considered a failure in the system. So that should tell us right there the system don't work. Aside from that, and more importantly, the majority of people in the system are unhappy in the system. That's the big deal for me. And so, not to take away from Mr. Floyd and what he gave to be the catalyst for more action, with only time will show if this is going to bring true change and true permanent change. But at least his sacrifice could spark some action within people and some feelings and the knowledge that change, it's due. It's overdue. An important point that I wanted to really make sure that I mentioned while we were talking is just about staying centered. We've been in a quarantine state for a really long time, and a lot of states now are kind of opening back up. I know by the time you hear this recording, it's going to be about the end of June. So states are starting to hit like their phase 2s or their phase 3s where they're opening back up. But until then, this has been a long time that people have just been having to be in their homes with not many options as far as leaving the home for entertainment, aside from just being outside, which is great. But in the monotony, it's easy to kind of let go of routines and let go of your daily practices. And so it's really, really easy to find yourself no longer aligned or out of center, especially with, other people living with you, being in close quarters, things like that. It's really important that no matter how long this lasts, and even when it's over with, you keep that routine of daily centering. Daily centering of self. It's so important, even at a time like this when it seems like nothing's going on.